How's it going, fellas? I'm OrosZ, and this is another episode of Mortal Kombat. And in today's episode, we're playing as Scorpion, everybody's favorite character. Pretty much, yeah, everybody's favorite. He's always on the cover of the game, including this one. Well, he shared this cover of the game with Sub-Zero. Should it be so quiet? Hold on. It is a bit quiet, it's kinda weird. Also, I don't know if you noticed at the very beginning of this episode, but everybody in the background looks kind of glued in, like somebody edited that. They didn't really have any like lighting on them. It looked kind of weird. Yeah, so Kung Lao snuck in over here to the tournament, even though Raiden told him not to because he's a bitch.
Never mind the Lin Kuei. Now you face a Shaolin.
Kung Lao is a cool character to play, and I like him, but he always looks like a dumbass. Just fucking. In this game especially, his hair when he throws his hat looks like it's spiky, but it's all going down, and it's just like going fucking down the drain. You know what I'm fucking saying? Looks fucking horrible, is what I'm saying. Yeah, Scorpion. I was telling you what the fuck Scorpion's backstory is. He wants to kill Sub-Zero because he thinks he killed his clan, even though that's not true, because it was Quan Chi disguised as Sub-Zero, so that Quan Chi could then use Sub-Zero's anger. Oh yeah, and he killed supposed Sub-Zero, which was Quan Chi. Also killed Scorpion, and that's why Scorpion's like this undead warrior. That's why he can pull off his face and become a skeleton. The explanation. Also, it's kind of weird for such an iconic character like Scorpion. He doesn't really have like the voice actor who does his voice. I think in this game and in 10 he's voiced by the same guy, but then in 11 they got somebody else. They got like a real actor to play him and shit. And he was good. Fucking remember that Scorpion dies in Mortal Kombat 11? I wish I could go through the whole game as fucking Scorpion. Because this episode is what, 20 minutes long, and as much as I get to play as Scorpion. You guys remember that fucking Oshi Witcher themed drinks? I found more of them. I got here me an Oshi, what the fuck is it called? It's the Yennefer themed one. Oh no, this one doesn't come in a can, it comes in a bottle. It's kinda weird. Looks a bit nice, I guess.
Scorpion wins.
It tastes like fruity water, that's pretty much it. Doesn't really taste all that great. It tastes like just fruit flavored water, which I had plenty of. Aw, Kung Lao, I kicked your ass? I'm sorry. Sorry, brah.
I defeated a challenger, Shang Tsung. I demand Sub-Zero.
Uh-oh. He kills Sub-Zero and then Sub-Zero becomes Noob Saibot, that's right. Oh shit, Raiden, what you gonna do? Everything in the background's so blurry. Why is that?
Your aggression is misplaced.
I just had this game look.
What do you know of my
You are not the only one whose people have been victimized.
Uh-oh. Don't bring this into my Let's Play channel, Nightwolf.
I have found new purpose in serving the spirits. I
don't know anything about that. I'm not an American, Nightwolf. No hard feelings, I didn't do shit.
Dishonor your kind. I will honor the memory of my fallen. Round 1. Fight!
My God. Scorpion. That's inappropriate. And politically incorrect. I finished watching part 5 of Lupin the Third, and the finale of it was pretty cool, I guess. But like I was talking about last episode, where it kind of flew the fuck down. Like the episode before the previous episode, the 2 episodes ago was like really action-packed, and then the next episode after that really flew the fuck down. And then the episode following that is again action-packed, but so much shit happens in this fucking episode. Like, they wanted to wrap up literally everything, and so many fucking things that happen, especially with what's his name, Alfred? No, not Alfred. Albert. This is like old rival of Lupin / maybe friend. He's also a thief. His goal was he wanted to steal all of France. And we slowly see his plan unravel throughout he was like the main focus, one of the arcs. That's why Lupin has a different car, because he gave it to him. But his fucking plot that he wants to steal France slowly fucking unravels, because if you don't remember last episode, Lupin like published all these documents that like incriminated a lot of countries and a lot of politicians. So now Albert wasn't incriminated, so now he's probably the safest bet for the president of France or something like that. Also, something I noticed last episode, not last episode of this Let's Play, last episode of Lupin, was that at the end when Lupin hides in like a dungeon, I believe it's a fucking castle that crumbled in part 3. There was an episode in part 3 where Lupin wants to marry Fujiko, and they fucking go to this castle or whatever.
You will fight Sub-Zero.
And then they fucking, like, the castle, like one of the towers in the castle turns into a rocket and they want to fly to the moon and get married on the moon or something like that. And now
Scorpion,
Lupin is
I understand
hanging out on like a fisher boat.
but Nightwolf is right. There are
You know who
other
else
ways
Richard
in which you may find peace.
Epcar voiced? Epcar
Defeat
voiced?
Sub-Zero if you must,
He
but
voiced
do not kill. I
that
fear
guy
his
from
death
Ghost in
will
the
give
Shell. I
rise to
forgot
a
his
more
name, but
treacherous foe.
it was
I
him.
will have my revenge.
Spare Sub-Zero's life, and I will request that the
Scorpion's
Elder Gods return the
revenge.
Shirai Ryu to the realm of mortals.
What? Can you hear that like, sound in the background? That's because I'm a dumbass and didn't turn off the mic. And the whole Let's Play has that sound in the background. Not a big deal, I guess. Then I guess who comes back? Rebecca comes back from part 4. Funny that she comes back here just to make a cameo, even though she was like the main character of part 4. She comes back, she gives everyone a pizza because she's Italian. And
obeyed the Grandmaster's commands.
It means giving up our free
you know,
will,
Lupin is
our
being
souls. It will turn us into.
Scorpion.
chased around by a
Your
lot of people
inferior clan is
and
dead.
shit. Also, you know what's funny about these two guys?
May walk the earth once more.
Who are they supposed to be a part
A
of?
challenge! Scorpion versus Cyrax and Sector.
Your obsession with
I think they're part of
Sub-Zero
Lin Kuei,
ends
which is Sub-Zero's clan. Cyrax and Sector, who later turned into robots. I always thought Cyrax was like supposed to be like a Scorpion wannabe, because look, he's dressed almost exactly like Scorpion. He's in yellow and shit. Also, they got a lot of like, you know, like he shoots rockets and he's like all about like fire attacks and rockets. Cyrax is all about like nets and catching things and boss saws. The whole fucking, in my opinion, the dumbest fucking part of all of Mortal Kombat's lore is the Cyber Lin Kuei. It's so fucking dumb. Like, I don't like fighting robots. There's nothing satisfying about cutting a robot in half. It's like, I don't want to cut someone in half and fucking see their guts spill out on the floor. I don't want to fucking watch some dumbass get cut in half. And playing a Scorpion is fucking awesome. He kicked ass. Look at him. I got no problem fighting Cyrax and Sector all at once. And I guess I didn't have that much trouble with Tanya and... No, not Tanya. What the fuck was her name? Jade and Kitana. Tanya's not in this game. Tanya's like the female sub-Scorpion. Actually, is she? What, does she have fire powers? I think she does. But I don't think her story had ever anything to do with Scorpions. I'm about to die. I actually lost. I was saying I got no problem, so I guess I do. They always fucking have problems with stuff and fucking problematic with me. Yeah, so Lupin's fishing and he fishes out a submarine with a magnet. I don't know how the fuck that happened. Fujiko finally reveals to her why she was so upset at Lupin later. Because she, I don't know, everybody keeps asking Lupin in this part, what are they to Lupin? Are they friends? Are they co-workers? Are they fucking partners in crime? What the fuck? Especially Fujiko, because she's also Lupin's lover, right? Well, she explains that at some point her and Lupin just simply became a couple, and Fujiko got bored of that, and that's why they broke up. But a couple of episodes ago, she made like a huge fucking deal out of that, and I totally didn't expect her to just be like, oh, we're just bored. Like, if that's what you left him, just because it got boring and stale, just being together every day, instead of like in and out kind of relationship how they always have, then why the fuck were you so fucking mad about you both breaking up a couple of episodes ago? I don't get it. I mean, it's still being disrespected by her father, because all he cares about is his stupid fucking app. His assistant bails on him, because I guess he realized that this is going to shit. And America declares the fucking, what's this called? People log, which is this evil Facebook. It declares them terrorists and starts attacking. And also, I really love the fucking Donald Trump ripoff, where it's just Donald Trump but with black hair. Looks really dumb. So Donald Trump would look like with black hair, except you probably have gray hair, but whatever. Yeah, and then turns out Albert organized this whole thing. I guess he allowed Americans to just fucking declare them terrorists. And then Lupin crashes a golden submarine on a shore. And there's like a girl inside the submarine, and she says something like, oh, thank you for that one time you saved my life or something. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure one of the movies that I watched before had a plot was revolving around a submarine. And there was a girl. And I'm pretty sure it's a reference to one of the movies, but I don't remember which one. But there was a movie that had a submarine in it, and also had a girl in it and stuff like that. But I don't remember the submarine being made of gold. Unless it wasn't, that was the treasure they were trying to steal all along. I thought more side characters would come back. I kinda like it. Like at the beginning of this part, there was like one little reference to Cagliostro, where Lupin says like, oh, I have practiced saving princesses. And I was like, oh, that's a cute little reference. And then fucking the more into this part I was, the more fucking like they just started throwing all the references at you. Characters from previous parts started showing up. I guess implying that everything before part 5 is canon, all the movies, all the other parts. And so Lupin goes to save Fujiko again, while Goemon and Jigen fight off the military. And Albert basically made the henchman of Enzo, which is the main bad guy, the guy who's obsessed with his evil Facebook. He told him that he will kill him unless he comes working for him, and he will call off the attack. Which I guess he does. Not before the building is blapped to shit. And then, I don't know, Ami has some kind of a face-off with Enzo, and a really dumb explanation why the fuck they didn't get. Explanation why Lupin couldn't hold his gun. It's because he climbed, the elevators were out because the electricity in the building went out, right? So he climbed an elevator cable all barehanded, and his hands were all like fucked up after he did that. But the last time we see him, he cannot open an elevator, so he says like, oh, I guess I'll take the stairs. And he runs towards the stairs. So why the fuck the next scene we see him, he's climbing an elevator shaft? I thought he took the stairs. And then something fucked up happens, like Lupin confesses his love to Fujiko, and they talk about like, oh, who am I to you, blah blah blah. Prove it to me that I'm important. And then Lupin does some insane shit. He takes off his face, but they don't show you what's underneath his face, implying that Lupin's face is not his actual real face, and he's actually hiding his real identity all along. I was so shocked by this scene and the fact they didn't reveal what he looks like to us, that I just had to be like, look up what the fuck other people thought. Some people thought it was supposed to be symbolic, while other people thought like, anybody who joins Lupin probably has to wear a mask, so they're all wearing a mask, explaining why they don't really age, even though this part implies that everything in the past is canon, but they didn't really age that much. Not to mention,
To hell with your clan.
all the scars that all the characters possibly had from all their adventures, right? But I can understand that theory when it comes to Fujiko, Lupin, Jigen, and Goemon, right? But that would imply Zenigata's also wearing a mask, because he doesn't really age much either. But why would he be wearing a mask? He's a police officer. He probably cannot wear a mask. So I think one of the... There was like a different explanation at some point that Lupin, like one of the treasures he stole just granted him immortality, and he just doesn't age. I guess they tried to explain why he's always young. I don't take Lupin's continuity very seriously, because it's always like, this is canon now, this couldn't be not canon in part 6, they could completely ignore all the movies and say like, oh, that didn't happen. For example, Red vs. Blue implied every adventure is a different Lupin. This implies that Lupin actually went through all of his adventures and he has like a very scarred face and he's actually wearing a mask. And some other crazy shit. I also saw some other theory that is just supposed to be symbolic. Like, Lupin revealing his real face to Fujiko is just supposed to be symbolic because at the moment she asks him to prove that he really cares about her. And I guess that fucking does it? I don't remember really why this was supposed to be symbolic. I don't really like that reveal. I thought it was supposed to be like with the... What's this guy from Naruto called? Kakashi or something? Who wears a mask all the time, but they only... And everybody's always like, oh, what's under the mask? And it turns out he just put like a mole on his face. And that's it. And big lips or something like that. Yeah, but when they show you Fujiko kissing Lupin on his real face, you can see the outline of his face and it looks the same as his old face. So I'm assuming that if they were to show it, it would have been just an old Lupin with scars on his face. But then again, he doesn't really have scars on his body or anything like that. And then some funny stuff happens. The building that they're in is kind of shaped like a PS5, I guess. So now that it's fallen over, they jump out of a window and they just like slide down on some cardboard. And the main villain also does that, so they're having like a cardboard race. Pretty fucking funny. And then a pretty nice scene happens, because like the main bad guy saves Ami, because it's her father, right? And he says some nice stuff. He even explains to her what her name means, which he says that her name means net. So he named his daughter after the internet. So I guess in this last moment, the main bad guy finally became like not annoying, because I didn't really like them all that much. Also, he refers to Lupin at the end here as a hero, which is actually how part 5 starts. Except at the beginning, you don't know who the fuck that saying that is yet, because you don't really meet him until like the middle of the part, in the third arc. And in the third arc, he's just like a side character, but then in the final one, he becomes the main villain. Yeah, and then Zenigata, I guess, promises the main bad guy and his daughter protection. So I guess they're in witness protection now. I'm getting my ass kicked by Sub-Zero, Jesus Christ. And then the part ends very nicely with the whole gang running away from Zenigata, who wants to arrest them like always. Very cute. We also get some closure on other characters. For example, here's Albert riding off with the fucking bad guy's henchmen. Some other characters show up and they like say stuff, with just like music playing over what they're saying, so you can't hear what they're saying. And I don't really know what the fuck it's meant to be with Rebecca. Like, she shows up for a second. Is she gonna come back in part 6? Because honestly, I think after part 4 and 5, I think out of the supporting character, I like Rebecca more than Ami. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna start watching part 6 now. And also, what was I saying? Fuck. I was saying something, I forgot what it was. No, I forgot. Oh yeah, the restaurant that Lupin was hiding at throughout most of this part. the owner of it made like a big selling point that Lupin stayed in her restaurant for a while. So she like put up pictures of her with him, and she's selling his favorite dish as like a special Lupin treat. Yeah, and then it like ends with Ami using her earring, which she uses to like summon shit. Which is, I guess, implying that maybe she will come back in the future, maybe she will be like a bigger deal, maybe in part 6 she'll come back older, and she and her father maybe would restart anew and make a new app that doesn't infiltrate people's private lives. I'm getting my ass handed to me, never mind, I won. You notice how I'm getting points every time I win a fight? At some point we're gonna spend those points. I said that there's a bonus episode to this series.
Kill him.
So we're gonna do that.
I will not. He has been beaten. Have you forgotten?
Forgotten what? I love Quan Chi's voice.
What is this?
I don't expect him to have such a deep fucking voice with that fucking sound. Uh-oh, my clan getting murdered. Now he's fucking with my head again. I mean, not like cutting it off. I mean, Quan Chi's fucking with my brain because these visions are not true. That wasn't really Sub-Zero. That was Quan Chi in disguise. Except, I don't know about the rest of Lin Kuei that attacked. Were those also, like, Quan Chi's creations, or were those actually Lin Kuei? The Sub-Zero on a battle horse, killing people. Who played Sub-Zero in the
Clan. Your family.
new movie? I remember they made a big deal out of how like this one Japanese action star who's like played a lot of samurai movies was playing Scorpion. But who played Sub-Zero? It was also important. I forgot. Was Sub-Zero in that movie? He definitely was. They had a fight with Scorpion at the end. Scorpion in that movie kinda sucks. Cole Young is implied to be Scorpion's like grandchild or whatever, but I don't like that.
That is not me.
Oh shit. Spooky scary. Skeleton. You know what, I hope I didn't accidentally capture some kind of conversation I had with somebody when I was recording that. Uh-oh. I guess Sub-Zero's dead. Very tame for Mortal Kombat to not show us what Scorpion did to him.
Ouch.
I mean, it's kind of cool how it happened off screen, but still, for Mortal Kombat, not to show us the gruesome parts. Just a skull and a spine, like, eh. Might as well be made of sugar or some shit. Where you go? I thought he was taking part in all of this.
Despite my efforts, my vision has come to pass. An unfortunate end. He once defended Earthrealm from the Netherrealm armies of Shinnok and Quan Chi.
He did?
Scorpion will pay for this.
Sub-Zero's fate is his own doing.
His own doing?
The Lin Kuei have a history of making ruinous choices. Such as the Cyber Initiative.
What? Cyber? Punk? What are you talking about?
Speaking out against the Grandmaster's plan.
Speaking of
Transform
cyber,
Lin Kuei into glorified
I watched the
robots.
Alita
Kill the
Battle Angel.
intuition, our
Man, that
instincts.
movie was
Did you
fucking
speak
awesome.
out against the Lin Kuei's
Why
participation
did nobody tell me it
in
was
this
awesome? I
trilogy?
remember hearing reviews when it came out and people were saying like, oh, it's okay.
He pays you to kill
I fucking
Earthrealm
loved this
warriors.
movie, it was awesome.
Betraying your own realm? I expect better, even from an assassin.
My loyalty is to the Grandmaster.
See, an assassin?
Victory for Shang Tsung means the end of Earthrealm.
I don't like Cyrax and Sector. They suck. They both suck. They're kind of the same character, really. They're even worse when they became robots. They're just fucking boring as fuck. I think now we're gonna get to play as Cyrax. It's actually fun to play, even though I don't really like him all that much. Baraka, what are you eavesdropping? See you fellas in the next episode. Bye.